Alright, if you're choosing to use the Union Jubilee Lathe, the concepts are still the same, but there's a few slight differences. Much like the other lathe, make sure it's locked out. So I flip the lockout switch, try to turn it on. It's not turning on. So again, take one end, that goes against the headstock, and the other end goes against the tailstock. So instead of a wrench, there's a little lever here. Push that in. And again, there's a lever and not a wrench. Hold the lever up, that's here. Unlike the other lathe, there's no handle, but there is a little spinning wheel. So we'll bring the wheel forward. Right now it's kind of loose. That's no good. We want to tighten that up. And you know you've done a good job when the whole piece spins as one. And then finally, we need to lock this from getting undone. So there's a lock over here. I'm just going to spin that, and it's right to tighten. So I'm spinning this way. Okay, that's good. Now, we're going to set up the tool rest. So you take your tool rest, the flat side goes facing towards the piece of wood, and that slides in. And this is where we'll adjust the height. Essentially, there is a point that's kind of here, and you want the cutting edge of the tool, so this is your cutting edge, you want that cutting edge kind of on the middle. So if you set it like this, that's way too high. If you set it all the way down here, it's a bit too low. So that looks pretty decent. Hold that in place. And you're going to spin this to tighten up your tool rest. There we go. Now it's a good height. Right in the middle. Much like the other lathe, we're going to set the distance. Too close, it's going to hit up, it's going to hit. Too far, there's too much of a gap. So we'll kind of spin it, and that looks pretty good. So we'll spin this to tighten. And we're ready to turn. So unlock. For using the wood lathe, it's a good idea to have your eye protection on, but you also want to put a face shield on just in case as well. Double the eye protection. Got my face shield on. I've rolled up my loose sleeves. I have no jewelry on. And so when you're cutting on a wood lathe, because I'm right-handed, I'm taking my right hand, I'm putting it right here on my tool rest, and then I'm using my thumb to kind of secure, and then my other hand just allows me to apply pressure and allows me to come back and forth. But this always rests on the tool rest. So let's turn this on. Put your right hand here. Take really light passes into the Let's take a look at our work right now. So I'm slowly getting this more and more round. As that gap begins to widen, as the piece gets smaller, this gap will get bigger and bigger. So it's a good idea to lock that out and reduce that gap. if necessary. And then when you're happy, just lock it and carry on.